A few things occurred to me in the last couple of days that remind me that, counterintuitive as it seems, many hardships turn out to be blessings in disguise. I don't know anyone who really welcomes hard things when they happen, but I'm reminded that a more effective and helpful prayer than, "God, please keep bad things from coming my way," is, "God, grant me the strength to handle what comes my way." I don't know what made me think of it. Maybe it was my guides knowing I needed a shine topic. But I lately recalled that about 6 years into my career, the high-tech company I worked for essentially closed its doors. I was devastated and panicked. Oh my gosh, what was I going to do? I had to find a job fast. Anything. How would we make our payments? I took an unlikely position 50 minutes commute away as a word processing instructor for disadvantaged, mostly single parents trying to get off welfare and be an example to their kids. It was a government-funded job skills training program where I learned lots about other people's way of life and their challenges. And I loved the do-good, lower stress, low-paying, but rewarding job with its dedicated team. Alas, 2 years later, that program lost its funding and disappeared. Darn it! What was I going to do now? Yikes, I need a job. It was back to a high-tech position managing the training for the new sales force. Then that program shut down. Actually, that was a kind of good timing because my mom was terminally ill and I was needed in California to help care for her. After she passed, I took a software test position for a project, and when that project ended, it was, ho-hum, I guess I need to find another job. The point is, the more practice I had losing and finding jobs, the less traumatic it was. I was better able to accept what came my way and trust that I was perfectly capable by that time of finding a good position without the drama and stress that went along with it the first couple of times. Death has also been a major painful lesson for me in this life. I remember being terrified in middle school of going to my grandfather's funeral when I was asked if I wanted to go. We were not close, but I remember crying uncontrollably in my closet over the feeling of tremendous loss of a human being. In my high school years, a grandma died, and I couldn't understand how people were laughing at the reception at her house after her memorial service because it was the saddest thing I could imagine, a person gone. I remember crying and crying when horses or dogs in stories were mistreated or died. Then my mom did die, which spurred my shove onto the spiritual path where I finally began to learn about what death was and wasn't. And over time, my whole death framework has transformed such that I don't think I have any fear around dying myself anymore. And I can mostly be kind of happy for those who do pass these days. I'm so grateful for the hard lessons that over time have made me so much more resilient and able to take in stride what used to be so traumatic. When my sister moved to Colorado for a few years to take over care of our failing dad, I remember when she said, well, she eventually had to do some pretty intimate personal care for him, which was uncomfortable and embarrassing for them both. But she said it was really like no big deal after the first time or two. And now she's prepared to take care of others in ways she wasn't before, and her heart was a little more expanded. When people say that kids have it so easy with no responsibilities or cares, I disagree. I love being older and more confident and experienced, such that I am so much better equipped to handle the hard things that come my way. Sure, growing up was exciting and fun and fresh, but life was also awkward, uncomfortable, confusing, scary, and full of regretful moments that I just couldn't handle well at the time. I don't think we're meant to cruise through life without challenges. What would be the point? Learning to handle life with acceptance, love, and grace is how we shine that divine.